स्टॉक मार्केट्स। ओके, उन्होंने उनके टाइम पे उन्होंने लाइव ट्रेड्स फॉर ऑलमोस्ट 90 डेज उन्होंने लाइव ट्रेड्स लिया था एक जर्नलिस्ट के सामने हु वाज राइटिंग इन द न्यूयॉर्क स्टॉक एक्सचेंज, जर्नल ही वाज राइटिंग इन द न्यूयॉर्क स्टॉक एक्सचेंज। उन्होंने उनके सामने लाइव ट्रेड्स लिए थे, and out of all those trades that he had taken, almost 90% of the trades that he had taken were successful trades. So this was the kind of trading that he had done using all those study that he had developed. Now the most amusing fact here is उन्होंने उनकी books में कुछ भी चीजें straight forward नहीं लिखा है। like अगर आप कोई भी अगर प्राइस एक्शन के बुक्स पढ़ेंगे या कोई भी और कुछ भी आप ट्रेडिंग के बारे में पढ़ोगे, उसमें क्लियर कट लिखा हुआ है, दिस इज अ पैटर्न, दिस इज योर टारगेट, दिस इज योर स्टॉप लॉस, एक डिफाइंड प्रोसेस है। But when you talk about W.D. Gann in his books, obviously it is all something that he had written in a very, very coded kind of a format. So you basically have to decode it. So each person who reads it or who reads it multiple times will start understanding more and more about the concepts, and वो उसको decode करते जाएंगे. So that is basically one particular amusing factor about W.D. Gann, because he has not written anything very straightforward. उनने almost 8 to 10 books लिखे हुए हैं in on his theory on how he developed it, what he used and everything. So basically you have to go on reading it to understand about his concepts. So this is just a brief overview about what this concept is all about. Now this concept works very well in W.D. Gann was he was a positional trader. उनके ज़माने में there was no intraday trading. So this concept works very well in positional trading because आप markets के tops and bottoms पकड़ सकते हो. Now because we are in an age or era where there is a lot of intraday trading as against positional trading, so इसको आपको थोड़ा बहुत tweak करना पड़ेगा to suit your current requirements. So that's how we have developed the intraday trading concepts in commodity and index. So just to quickly show you, this is typically an NG intraday chart of the 15th. That was the last trading session. आपको मेरा chart दिख रहा है? Candlestick chart. Are you able to see my candlestick chart?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay. So here this was the last trading session. That was 15th का जो trading session है. This is the chart of the
काम करके भी इतना
Okay, so this is the intraday chart of NG. I am using a 5-minute chart of NG of the 15th. ये 15 तारीख का intraday chart है. तो जैसे आप देख सकते हो, this is the magic level. Just to give you an overview about this particular chart, how to read this levels. Magic level is the most important level of that particular day. हम जो particular दिन में trade कर रहे हैं, उस दिन का underlying, these are all spot levels. उस दिन का underlying जो chart है, ये उसका important, most important level रहेगा. Now when you come to commodity, obviously it is all future levels and not spot. But when you talk about index, when you talk about stocks, it's all going to be spot levels. So ये NG का 15th का most important level था 227. Now magic level is also the defining level. उस level के ऊपर अगर market trade करेगा तो ही market will go up. If it doesn't trade above the magic level, the market will start coming down.
But it आया कैसे आपका ये? How you arrive to 227 figure?
That is astrological calculation I was telling you about. So these levels will change.
So these level, this 227, you will calculate for next day, but today itself, or
yes. Yeah. Tomorrow's levels will be ready with me today itself.
For that means for Monday trading, you will have a number ready today itself, huh?
Yes. For Monday trading, I'll have a level ready today itself.
So that number will be not spot price. What is the price closing of the Friday?
No, it won't be Friday's closing level.
Okay.
It will be, all these levels will change. I will give you an intraday level for Monday in the same format. जिसमें एक important level रहेगा, which will be a magic level. उसके ऊपर trade करेगा तो NG will be bullish. उसके नीचे trade करेगा तो NG will be bearish.
अच्छा, this you are referring to the September contract, not for the month of October, correct?
This is अभी 15th September का जो आपका 26 September की expiry की जो levels है. This is that.
Suppose I want for October also then?
Yeah, we'll give it to you for October also.
October also you can pay, because October pricing will be higher by around 20 rupees.
Different, right? The prices of October will be different. So if you want for October, I can give you for October also.
Okay.
See, normally people trade the current expiry. So I give the current expiry normally.
No, in the last week, we try to shift to the next month actually.
We can give it to you, not an issue.
Okay.
Yeah, but I give it based on what is the expiry the person is trading on, especially in NG and crude.
Okay.
Are you also explaining how to calculate these levels?
No. As I told you, these are based on astrological and Gann phenomena. So it is not possible to explain it in a half an hour or a 45-minute session.
Yeah, actually, people thought that you are going to explain how to calculate these levels in today's session.
No, I'm not.
And this is what like tip session means. You'll be giving the levels and that based on
No,
that.
that may be proprietary also. Many Gann traders, they don't share the calculation, but they give you the levels. Am I right?
वो जो 9 का स्क्वायर होता है वो क्या चीज होती है? 9 स्क्वायर का एक गान का टेबल चलता है. What is that? अच्छा वो तो डार्बस है.
No, that is just a calculator. It will not be. I mean, I don't know how many of you have used square of 9. It's basically a calculator. It is not. It's got nothing to do with the deep concepts of Gann.
Okay, so this is much better than the 9 square logic, huh?
Yeah, that is just a calculator.
Oh.
That is not, that doesn't cover, see, this covers a lot of astrological factors. It covers a lot of geometric factors and everything. Yeah, the calculator does not cover all that.
Okay. But I always wonder कि ठीक है, geometrical can be related to trading or pricing. But how the astrology play a role? That I always wonder.
That is something that, basically, see, it's a simple phenomena. I mean, if you believe in astrology, yes. If you don't believe in astrology, you won't believe it. So it's as simple as that. It's just a song, just to give you an example. If moon can impact the tides, if Grahan can impact the way we take, our food, our age-old astrological beliefs, they're all based on these factors only. So when all that can impact, we human beings who are supposed to be having a much more better intelligence, obviously it can impact everything else in this world. So it's as simple as that. But again, it depends on who believes in astrology and who does not believe in astrology. So it's basically based on that.
Yeah. So 227 level will be arrived by you. Okay.
The whole sheet will be, derived, and the levels will be provided.
Okay.
All these levels. This is the format in which you will get it, basically. So this is the intraday levels. What I'm talking to you right now is about the intraday levels. So this 227 is the magic level. So this is the most important level for the day. The buy above and the sell below levels, these are the levels only above these levels.
How does that 227 magic level stands with respect to previous day closing? What is the previous day closing?
You will have to check that. I don't know the previous day closing. Once we go to the chart, probably you will be able to, see it on the chart. But this has got nothing to do with the previous day close or open or anything. These are calculated for the day on which you are going to be trading. These levels are purely for the day that you're trading on.
Have you made an analysis? This is what the questions are coming from the various members during last 6 months or 3 months. What is the magic level you arrived and what was the actual, whether it has gone up or down, something like that?
That point, PKJ, we should come a little later. First, we should understand what are these magic levels and all this.
Basically, if I'm going to give you last 6 months level, it's not going to help you. You can watch it in the live market for the next 15 days. You will know how it works.
Okay. Achha.
So rather than doing last 6 months, you can watch it live for the next, 2 weeks.
How is your experience? If you're trading in natural gas or in any other product, how is your experience? What was the accuracy level?
See, rather than asking me, you should probably ask somebody who's used it, because for me, it works fine because it's my own system, right? So me talking about my own system will be blowing my own trumpet. So I would want you all to use it and tell me how it works for you.
Okay, chali.
So today, the purpose of the session is to explain how to use these levels.
Yes.
Okay. Are you also going to cover open interest analysis also further?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just thought I will start with NG today because I heard a lot of conversation on NG. So I thought this would be interesting. That's the reason I took up NG first.
Okay. So आप आगे चलिए 227 के बाद 229 and 226.
So 229 and 226 आपके buy above and sell below levels होते हैं. And strong bull और strong bear के नीचे अगर ऊपर या नीचे अगर ट्रेड करना शुरू करेगा तो आपके ये टारगेट्स आपको एक एक करके मिलता रहेगा. First, if it goes below 224, 220 will be something that is achievable. Now, how do you plot it on the chart and how do you trade it on the chart is something I'm going to show you right now. So these are the levels that I've plotted on NG. So 227 was a magic level. So if you are a price action trader, as I told you, I put price action and astrology and Gann together to trade, obviously, because we're going to trade with money. So I'm not going to blindly follow one system. I will put both together. Since I have both with me, I use both. So this is my 227 level. This is the intraday chart of NG, the 5-minute chart of NG. So from a perspective of 227, if you look at this particular chart, it never went above 227. So I know for a fact that NG is a sell on rise product for me on the 15th, till the time it does not go above 227. So my stop losses here are very, very, very small. I do not even keep 1 rupee stop loss when I trade on NG. If it is giving me this kind of a scenario, if it is giving me this kind of a setup where it is not going above 227, for me NG is a sell on rise. Now sell below is 226, your strong bear is 224, and your first target is 220. You can see how it played out on the whole day.
Can you show for the previous day as well?
Yeah, I can show it to you for the previous day also.
You must be remembering what was the previous day magic level.
I have the charts with me for the previous day. Let me just show you the chart. Just give me a minute. I'll just pull it out. So that is 15th and okay, so that is 14th. So let me just share my screen for 14th. So this is for 14th.
Okay. 14 but 223 was the magic level, 224, 221. Okay. And now show the chart. Show the chart.
So, yeah, so let's go to 14th. This is 14th. Yeah, this is 14th, right? Yeah. So let me just mark the levels for 14th. So the magic level was 223. To 24. Four. 226, 229, 224, 226, and 229. So if I change the coordinates, 223 was the magic level. 224 was buy above. Was buy above. 226 is strong bull. $229 and 231. Strong bull 229 and 231. Yeah, so this is the chart for NG on the previous day. About 231 and the target 3 was 233. So that day it has achieved all the targets on the upside. So this is the chart for NG. It has been trading above the strong bull the whole day on the 14th, and it has given you all your targets. So the levels will change every day depending upon which day you're trading on. So these levels will be shared with you in advance, and you will get those levels in advance before the market opens. So once you mark these levels on your chart, it will give you it will help you understand how to trade them.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you give for Nifty also?
Yeah, she will be
coming to Nifty also. So we're
mainly
coming
for Nifty, Bank Nifty only. The natural gas she has taken because we
told
had a
you
half-an-hour
now.
discussion.
Yes, because of the discussion that we just had, and there was a long discussion on natural gas, I thought I'll share with you because I already had the levels of natural gas because I was trading on it. So I just thought I'll quickly show it to you.
How comfortable you are trading in natural gas, because we are taking a big trade now. I'm just
I'm
asking you.
comfortable in trading positional like this with the levels, not in the straddle part. Because when this is giving me money, I will not go for straddle.
Okay. Fair.
So like what you said, right? Each person is dependent.
But I was about to ask you whether you can give the straddle both call and put together what Mr. Kodari was telling.
That's
So
what I'm
those
telling you,
levels.
Ramki, 99% of the 99.99% trader in natural gas and crude are the directional traders.
No, see, when I know a proper direction, I will sell I will say here, I would have sold a put and bought a call. Here I will, here I will sell a call and buy a put, right? When I know that my directional is right, I will use my funds to make double in the directional rather than doing a non-directional, right?
Correct.
Our minds are tuned to non-directional due to straddle concept. That's the problem.
The mind is tuned to non-directional because you're not sure where the market is going to go. If you're sure where the market is going to go, why will you do non-directional?
Yeah, you are 100% right. You are right.
Right? So I wouldn't, if I know that it is not going to go above my level, if I know that my magic level, the price action is also telling me it's not going to go. If it goes 1 rupee is my stop loss, I'm okay taking that 1 rupee stop loss, right? So I'll buy a put, and the moves in natural gas in the last few days, if you see, they're really good. So why will I lose that, percentage move that I get in directional, right? So I prefer using it, this way. Non-directional, till the time I do not know where the market is going, you can do non-directional, when it is going between 224 to 221. If it's only going to move in this direction, you can do non-directional, be it Nifty, be it Bank Nifty, be it commodity, anything. So I will do non-directional only if it is moving between these two levels. That means it's not going above the strong bull, it's not going above the strong bear. So I know that the move is not going to come. Then I will do non-directional. Right? So again, I would trade based on the opportunity the market gives me. If it tells me that it is non-directional trade, I will take it. If it tells me it's directional, I will then put double the money in directional, rather than taking a leg that is, going to give me loss. Right? All right. Now, quickly moving to Nifty and Bank Nifty. So, yeah. So this is again the 15th, the same day that we are talking about. This is the 15th levels for Nifty and Bank Nifty. I will also show you tomorrow's levels. So the chart, basically how it will look, is something that I will show you in a while. So this is basically intraday levels. Now, along with the Gann concepts that we also trade, we also tell you when there is going to be a likely reversal that is going to happen in the market. We'll also tell you what is going to be the weekly, bull and the bear levels for the market. What is going to be the monthly bull and bears for the bear levels for the market. Also the intraday levels. So your sheet will look something like this, where you will get, these are the levels for 17th. I've just taken out the levels for 15th so that, when I do this webinar, I can show you what was yesterday's level to, the positional 17th. So these levels will change again every day. So this typically is your chart for the 15th. ये जो 15th का जो हमने trades लिए, this is for the 15th, chart. So if I show you quickly the 15th Bank Nifty chart. So this is again the intraday levels for 15th, the 15th Bank Nifty chart. So this is the, this is the magic level, that is 46,079. Now, you also have something interesting, which is also there in the commodities that, I trade on, which I also give you a time when you can, get a move in the market, basically. That is also astrologically calculated. So you get a time when that you can expect a move. Now, since, some people wanted typically to don't want to sit full time in front of the market. They just wanted to do quick scalping. This time will help those kind of people who want to do a quick scalping.
So what is the meaning of this 11:29 vibration time?
That means that is the time when you can see a quick vibration in the market or a quick move in the market.
That means it can be upside or downside both.
It can be anything. It can be up or down. Basically, from that time, you will get a move in the market.
That way volatility will come at around 11:29. You meant to say, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You will have a volatile movement. How to, define it, whether it is going to be on the upside, whether it is going to be on the downside. That is something I will explain it to you when we come to the chart. But that is also there with all commodities also, and that is also there with Nifty and Bank Nifty as well. Now coming to these levels, so the 46,073 for your Bank Nifty, this was your strong, this was your magic level. This was the previous, this is a 5-minute chart of Bank Nifty. This is the previous trading session chart that is, shown here. So this is your magic level for Bank Nifty. Now going on to the buy above bull level. These were the two levels above which the market has moved. This is a buy above, this is a strong bull. Your target one was this. Bank Nifty did not achieve its target one. It only went up till 46,300. But for somebody who knows that, this is a support level, if you're playing in options, obviously, you at least can, hold on to your targets still if you know how to read price action also and the option data, which we'll come to in some time. You also know that the markets, you can hold on to your positions till about 46,000, 200, 300 odd levels. If I show you the same thing on Nifty, Nifty was stronger. If you are a person who analyzes data, you know clearly that Bank Nifty is an underperforming as compared to Nifty in the last few weeks. If you know how to analyze data, you know that. So if you see Nifty almost achieved its complete targets. It opened only above the magic level. So if I show you Nifty levels, Nifty opened only above the magic level. It actually reached the target one of 20,230. The high here is 20,222, which I missed by 7 points. My accuracy level is yet not to that point where it comes to the exact target, where some days we do get it, but some days it yet is missing by a few points. But yes, we will probably reach there someday. But this is how, you're able to trade based on a positional trade or an intraday trade where you know the direction of Nifty and Bank Nifty. Magic level के ऊपर जब तक है तब तक bullish है. अगर buy above level के भी ऊपर sustain करेगा और strong bull के भी ऊपर अगर sustain करेगा तो आपका पहला target तो आना है. So ये जो पहला target है आपका, that is 20,230. The market will reach this level, at least close to this level. अभी अगर आप वाइब्रेशन टाइम देखोगे, so if I mark these two, like निफ्टी का वाइब्रेशन टाइम था 10:37 and 11:29. So if I mark the vibration time here, this is 10:37. This is around 10:37, and the second time is 11:30.
11:29.
Yeah, 11:29. In a 5-minute chart, I won't be able to put 11:29, so I'll put 11:30. You can probably put it on a 1-minute chart. So this is the vibration time. Now, how do you trade this vibration time basically? So just time pe ye bana hai, you mark that low and the high. If the market breaches the low, you take a sell trade. If the market breaches the high, you take a buy trade. Similarly here, if the market breaches the low, you take a sell trade. If the market breaches the high, you take a buy trade. This is how you trade based on these vibration time. If I look for it in the Bank Nifty chart, the time given here again is 11:29 and 14:15. So if I look at this, it is 11:29. So 11:29 and 14:15. This is 14:15. So you mark these levels and you take, mark those, the zone of that particular level. If the high is breached, you take a buy trade. If the low is breached, you take a sell trade. So on days when the market has already given you a good move, you can look for reversals, especially on days where there is a good.
But is it not so that the vibration time, because there is a big red candle, just after that 11:30 vertical line, the big red, that is it not that the correct vibration time where the market fell? We could have shorted it 4622.
Yeah, so the zone is important. It is valid for 1 hour. The vibration time is valid for 1 hour. So this entire zone then becomes important for you. You will have to keep it on your radar for 1 hour. This entire zone is then important for the vibration time. Vibration time is not for just that 1 minute. It is actually it is valid for 1 hour. The vibration time is valid for 1 hour. So you can actually take it as a, deciding factor for the next 1 hour.
Explain this vibration time of 14:15. It has gone down, so we would have shortened, and then it has gone up, so stop loss it ho gaya hota.
हो गया होता है. I mean, as I was telling you, these are all based on astrological calculations. There are days when you may get some kind of a whipsaw. It's almost near its strong bull level. And if you look at the option chain data, you will not go ahead and it's almost near, 14 30 for the next 1 hour, you may not also trade because the time is valid for 1 hour. So thoda bahut we'll also have to use our other skills, which could be our logic, which could be our price action and everything, because again, as I told you, these are astrological time factors. Morning time factors, you have 1 hour which is well defined inside your trading trick time. Afternoon may possibility hai, if you're going to trade at around 2:30, sometimes you will get a 2:30 time. I normally avoid the 2:30 time because 2:30 I'll have 1 hour, it's closing time. So even if I am having a 1 hour gap between 2:30 till 3:30, you may get a move, you may not get a move. So if your price action confirms, if your price, there's something called as Gann price times wire concept that is there. If my target and my time comes almost together, if my target 1 is here and my option chain tells me that there is a resistance at that zone and my time also coincides, then I will take that trade towards the second half of the day. Majorly the vibration time, you may have whipsaws on certain days. Majorly other days, vibration time gives you a very good move. It is specifically only for those people who want to do scalping. So it will only give you scalping kind of a moves. If you want to capture the bigger moves in the market, you will have to go with levels. Some days the vibration time also gives you good 300, 400, 500 points. But then I can't pinpoint that astrologically and tell you this day you will get 500 points, this day you will get only, a scalping move. That much of astrology is yet not achieved by me, so I can't pinpoint it to that level.
I mean, both the Nifty and Bank Nifty 1129 is common. It's a coincidence, or
it is coincidence. It need not be the same for every day. It may be different, it may not be different. So it need not be the same. The calculations ke basis pe, whatever is the time that comes, that will be coming up here. All right. So now I'm moving on. This is the level that is there for Monday. Monday's levels also I calculated since we are having this webinar today. So these are the levels for Monday. Before that, I would also like to tell you or show you a few things that, comes along with this. 2nd September, these are the reversal dates. These are the Gann dates for the index. You can have it's the most important high or the low formation days on this specific day. Now, 2nd September. Now, for people who want to go positional, this trade is something that I had taken positional long in, Nifty and Bank Nifty. So on the 2nd of September, now if I go to the daily chart, now since it is positional, let me go on to the daily chart. I'll remove all these drawings for easy understanding. So this is a positional chart, of Nifty and Bank Nifty. This is the daily chart. So it tells me that, on the 2nd of September, I have a Gann date that is coming up. On the 11th of September, I have a Gann date that's coming up. And on the 13th of September, I have a Gann date that's coming up. So if you look at 2nd of September, so this was 2nd September. So this particular was 1st September and the next day was 4th of September. Now, if you look at the chart of Nifty, it is on an uptrend. The 2nd September high and lows, that means the 1st September, because 2nd September is a holiday, Gann is plus or minus 1 days. So the 2nd September, since the 2nd September is a holiday, I would consider this as my high and the low. The previous session as my high and the low. Now, if I mark this previous session as a high and the low, or the next session, it is plus or minus 1 day, so it can also be the next day. If I mark these 2 days as my high and low, and if I mark this also gives me a technical confirmation that this is an symmetric triangle. It's making a higher lows, and it is also giving me a breakout out here. Now, if I also am a data trader, if I also analyze based on my data, the data on the 2nd of September also showed a huge amount of built up that had happened on Bank Nifty. If any of you analyze data, you can check the built up that happened on Bank Nifty. It was very high. I think end of the month or on this particular day, it was a very huge built up that was there on Bank Nifty, exactly after expiry, if I'm not wrong. So the built up suggests that there was a huge built up, and this price action suggests it's bullish. So obviously I took a trade out here based on this date. My stop loss is very small. What is going to be my stop loss? It's only going to be a close below this level. If I want to avoid having that stop loss, also I can always go for a, I can always go for a spread. I can always go for a bullish spread. I had taken this trade personally, and this was the 13th, this was the 12th date. So your 13th was your bank nifty date, 11th was your bank, nifty date. So this huge sell-off that came was also around my date. So if you want, the moment you see that, okay, this is a day when, it is close to your Gann date, and this showed an open high, I sort of booked my positions out here. Still, this is around 1,000-point move that bank nifty gave you. If you look at nifty, the similar thing happened in nifty also. If I remove all these lines, the similar thing happened in nifty. This was your support zone. Your date in nifty was a more, actually nifty date was a more confirming date, but since I saw the built up that had happened in bank nifty, I picked up bank nifty also. But if you are going by only the Gann date, you take a nifty trade out here, you go with your nifty buy, and this was your 12th date of the 11th and 12th, plus or minus 1 day. This is your 12th date. The moment it gave me an open high here, I came out of my positions. So this is one way in which you can trade positionally. Apart from that, there is also a bull and a bear level. Now on, the moment my monthly, the next month expiry starts, I also give you a level that is valid for the current month from an astrological Gann perspective. So this level of 19,445, the moment the prices went above that, I also get a confirmation that my bullish trade is intact. This level, obviously, it is only two levels, 19,445 and your bear level. You don't have a subsequent step up level that comes. For that, I will use my intraday levels for the subsequent step up. I also will use my subsequent step up as my weekly levels every week. Again, astrologically, what is going to be your weekly bull and the weekly bear level is something that I will again update out here. जिसके basis पे आप अपना positions, अगर आपने positional targets यहाँ पे अगर आपने बनाया, till the time the price is above your weekly bull level, you can also, go ahead and trail it, or you can, close your positions depending upon your.
17th is not weekly expiry, no?
No, this level is valid till 17 September. It is not weekly expiry. This is the level for the week. It is valid for 1 week starting from Monday, the coming Monday. So it is not 17th. I'll have to change the dates. I've yet not changed the dates. It is valid till Friday. The weekly levels will be valid till Friday.
We can't match it with the weekly expiry. That would be better. No, otherwise,
No,
many
it
weeks
will not work
defining
like that. Astrology and Gann does not work like that. You can't match it with weekly expiry.
Okay.
Gann, during Gann's time, there was nothing called as expiry. It was all positional trades, and it was all the cycles were calculated, or even the kind of events were calculated based on astrological events only. So you can't match it with your.
But Gann lived in which period before our independence, or 1800?
1800s. 1800s.
But that time stock market was there.
Of course, you can read about W.D. Gann on Google. You will get more interesting facts about him.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So he basically was the first person to even write a book on the stock market. He lived around his era that he traded was in the 1800s to the 1950s odd. He was one of the person who made. He started his trading career in his early 20s, and he made billions. He was one of the people who made billions in that particular era of his. He was one of the most acclaimed writer, trader, influencer of his times. He was the first person to even write a book on the stock markets. The pair trading that we talk about, he was the first one to even do a pair trading, and it was till date it is supposed to be one of the best pair tradings that has happened. So he's got a lot of accolades associated to him. He was also part of lot of other major honors. He was also part of that. So you can just Google about W.D. Gann, you will get all information about him.
But a monthly date you are giving as per monthly expiry. Only weekly date you are giving as per Friday. Am I right?
Yes, yes. Correct. So there is basically a reason. That is not because of the expiry. There is basically an astrological reason to it, because of which it is coinciding with the end of the month. So that it is not because of it's an expiry that it is coming. So I'll not go into the concepts of calculating it. Basically, this particular level will be valid till the Friday, that is the 22nd. So this level will be whatever level that will come up out here for the weekly level, that will be valid till the 22nd of September.
Yeah, Asha, this your magic number is the sum of buy above, sell below divided by 2?
No.
It is
That will become your pivot, right?
No, if we add your buy above and sell below, like in case of Bank Nifty, and then divided by 2, then your 46,304 is coming. Buy above, sell below, just add and divide by 2.
So I will have to maintain a particular, when I give you the numbers in terms of booking, I also will have to maintain a range, right?
No, I'm just asking if the formula is, that is how you are arriving magic level? Buy above and sell below, total and then divide by 2?
No, that is not how I'm arriving at it. I first arrive at this particular level, which is the magic level. Then I calculate the niche ka level. So that will be an equal distribution between both the numbers.
हाँ तो वही हो गया ना, फिर वो दोनों को ऐड करके डिवाइड करो तो मैजिक नंबर हो गया, बात वही हो गया ना।
हाँ, तो मैं पहले मैजिक नंबर को कैलकुलेट करूंगी, उसके बाद बाकी के नंबर्स को कैलकुलेट करूंगी।
ओके।
बिकॉज मेरे लिए इंपॉर्टेंट ये रहेगा कि कौन से लेवल के ऊपर या कौन से लेवल के नीचे मार्केट वाइब्रेट करेगा तो एक सेल आएगा या बाय आएगा, तो उसके अगेंस्ट मैं उसके नंबर्स को आगे के नंबर्स कैलकुलेट करते जाऊंगी।
तो बेसिकली द होल लॉजिक डिपेंड ऑन योर मैजिक नंबर.
Everything depends upon my magic number and the cycle for that particular day.
Okay, magic number के basis पे then you will calculate all these numbers, huh?
Yes, and the cycles for the day, the astrological cycles for the day. Everything will depend on that.
Okay.
My magic number itself is dependent on an astrological cycle. So my calculation will all depend on my major cycles.
अच्छा, okay, ठीक है, carry on.
Okay. Yeah. So these dates will be also like the next dates. I've calculated it. I've yet not published it, but the next dates will also be published. When is there going to be a next, index date that is coming up? That also will get published. As and when the dates come closer, the dates will start getting published because the calculation involves a lot of time. So I do not calculate for the whole month due to, time constraints. We calculate it as and when it is forming, and we keep publishing it as and when it's forming. So these dates also will change. There are more dates that will come as we move forward. So those dates will also get published. Agar next week mein koi date hai, to wo date publish ho jayega. So aise karke, we will also keep publishing the dates, in this particular place. So that will also tell you that, okay, this is a level, or this, wo jo high and low, us date mein jo high and low ban rahi hai, aapko wo high and low ko bhi mark karke rakhna padega on your chart, so that you know aapko kahan pe book karna hai. That is if you are a positional trader.
But this Gann dates, how many dates you get in a month? Only 2 or 3 only?
No, it depends. Some days, some months you may get 3 or 4. Some months you may get only 2. It depends basically. It is not fixed. Again, since it's an astrological event, whenever that happens, you will have a date.
So for Bank Nifty, September may only one date, 13 September only.
No, I told you, right? I've just put one date which is coming, which was till 15th I had calculated. Till this week I had calculated. Next 2 weeks my calculation is on. Once it's done, I'll update that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means Gann dates, I can assume there will be wild movements.
You can assume either there'll be a wild movement or you can expect a reversal. Like on the 2nd, you had a reversal basically. The move from the 2nd till date has been on an upside.
There is a procedure also how to trade on those days, Gann dates.
You have to mark the high and the low, and you'll have to use your price action. Basically, you have to use your price action for everything. The more confirmations you use, like for example, if on the 2nd, if I had to go long, when the whole world was saying that the market is going to go down, I also need to have additional confirmations. Just purely based on astrology, I obviously will not go and buy something. I also need a logical reasoning to it, because not going blindly by just an astrological phenomena. Even in our personal lives, we don't do that, right? So we also look for.
But then knowing the dates and then some magic levels you are given, that is enough, or an indicator is required? Normally we use
Not
super
in
trend
price
or
action. See, I'll tell you what I look at. Now, what you look at will purely depend upon your experience, the way you look at markets and what kind of, things have worked for you. What I look at basically is I am a complete data person. So I look at data of the big players. I do that and analyze that. And then I look at price action and I look at my Gann dates. That works for me. Now, what works for you is something that, I have two confirmations that comes to me. One comes to me from the astrological side, one comes to me from the technical side. I'm good to go.
okay, thank you.
Okay, so, okay. Okay, somebody has raised a hand. So if anyone has
Asha,
any
ma'am.
questions, you can
I
ask.
have a question.
Yes.
Thank you for the session, ma'am. Can you share basics of Gann, because it's all mathematical and very few people know in depth about it. Even the Google may not help. So if you can share some 5 minutes basics of Gann so that we can also think in the same direction and validate the numbers and the levels.
See, you won't be able to validate my numbers because I'm not sharing my calculation with you.
Okay.
I can only tell you about WD Gann. He basically, as I told you, he was a positional trader. He was not someone who would do intraday trade. So this is developed because of our current situation, because obviously based on your, he is an 1800 trader, but we are right now in 2020. So obviously all those kind of, changes that happens in the
Shift
market.
of the timeline, yeah.
Yes. So whatever are the dynamics that are there with respect to the current market, you also will have to modify yourself. Whatever you do, I mean, even if you're a technical trader, even if you are a price action trader, even if you follow charts, whatever is your concept, you will have to change it based on your current, what is the current complexity of the market. Based on that, you will have to do your changes. So this intraday thing is something that has been developed based on the need of the hour. If market is going to move now, during Gann's time, a 2% move was a huge thing. That would happen like in a span of a month.
Yes.
But nowadays, that is not how it works, right? So
400
based on
points
that,
is
you will have to make changes based on that. Of course, your fundamentals are your study. Your fundamentals are what you have learned in your books. So that are your fundamentals, but you modify it with those fundamentals intact. You modify it to match your current day situation. So these levels are something that are, matched with your current day situations. How well it works, how well it doesn't work is something not for me to say. As I told you, it is for you all to tell me once you use it.
These are only for these indices and you don't do for stocks?
It's done for everything.
Achha. Stocks also, huh?
Yes, everything. But since it is a calculation based thing, right? It's a cycle.
Yes,
each sector is defined by a different planet. Right, so there are a lot of other things. I mean, हर एक की कुंडली same नहीं होगा. अगर मुझे 100 लोगों की कुंडली देखनी होगी, तो obviously I'll have to go through all the 100 people's birth time and the calculations and all that. Similarly, if I have to look at each stock, it means I have to do calculation for each stock. So that's the complexity involved. Just to give you an idea.
But my understanding to Mr. Kothari's question is that you will identify the stocks, where the Gann date is coming. Otherwise, we should not worry about all other stocks, right?
No, not required. But the thing is, I will identify the stocks for the trade. Not necessarily you will trade in that stock, right? You may want a different stock to trade on. You may be holding a position in Reliance. It may not be Reliance Gann date that day. You still want to trade in Reliance. So you will trade based on the levels I give you.
Acha. So even if Gann dates are not there for Reliance during September, or the date is already gone, still I can trade with the numbers.
Yeah. Still you can trade with the numbers. See, the astrological numbers calculation, it will move only in that range. Now, how big or small the range is going to be, that only the calculation will tell me. But you can still trade in that particular stock, irrespective of whether it's a Gann date or not. But the only thing that would be interesting would be if it is on a Gann date, your moves will be good. If you get a Gann date and you move based on your Gann date, the moves will be good.
And it is simple, no? Why should I focus on those stocks for whom there are no Gann dates for the current month or
So that is
current week.
that is dependent on the, trader to trader, right? I may be having a position in something else and I'm not interested to put my money in any other stock. So there are people who trade only Reliance, irrespective of Gann date, whether there is a Gann date or not. There are people who trade only in select, maybe 3 stocks. They will trade only in that stock. See, you and me may be different in the way we look at it. I may probably not trade on, only 3 stocks. I may trade on whichever comes into, whichever shows me the strength. I will trade on that. But not everybody does that, right? Some of them trade only 3 stocks throughout their trading career. And they say that's the best way to do it because they know the pulse of that stock. So it is, again, dependent from person to person, but the calculations can be done for every stock.
Follow-up question, ma'am. So if Nifty is going below 191 on Monday morning, we should sell it on that level and wait
See,
for
if it is going to open only below 20,215, you know that the breadth is going to be weak.
Okay.
Unless it goes above 215, you're not going to be buying the buying.
Yeah, ma'am. Then there is a grid target also, which is like 955. You are saying below 20,000.
Pardon?
So there is a grid target also here in the red.
Yes, that is so. If you
E.
see, you also need to understand that there is the difference between these levels is almost like 200 points. So that not every day your Nifty will give you that kind of a move, right? 200-point move may not come every day.
So we can use this level for positional selling, you are saying?
Positional, I've already given you these levels out here and the dates out here. These levels are only valid for intraday.
Okay.
These are only intraday levels. These are not positional levels. Positional, if you want to do, you will have to strictly follow these levels. The weekly levels, the monthly levels, obviously it's now far away. So the monthly levels won't keep changing every day. They are defined in the start of the month and it is valid till the end of the month. It won't keep changing. Yeah, if it goes above or comes below during the month, yes, you will get a trade. But otherwise, the monthly levels are defined. The weekly levels will change every week.
So, ma'am, one more question, ma'am. So one more analysis of mine is we can take that monthly level for a hedging purpose of our portfolio, buying a put of that level and then keeping.
See, hedging basically, what I do basically is until the market is above the monthly level, I do not think about, and the weekly level, I do not think about any negative trade. Unless, of course, a date comes towards my, understanding, or unless my magic level is breached, maybe on a particular date, the magic level itself gets breached. Then, and it comes somewhere close to my, below my bull level, then I will keep the bull level as a stop loss and probably go ahead and take a sell trade. But then for that, again, my intraday, as I told you, I also an options, and I also do a lot of options analysis. So only if my options data confirms that will I go ahead and do all those positional, directional trade. I will not take a directional trade without having my options data in place.
So basically analogy between options data on a monthly OI and the levels we should plan our trade, or maybe on intraday level, or a positional level.
Yes. So options data, I don't know how many of you know that. If you know how to analyze options data based on where the big players have parked their money, you'll also know where are the resistance per week in the indices. You
that
can
would
get
be the second part of the session. Are you going to continue? Analysis, that would be the second part. We will continue.
Yeah, but I won't go into the in-depth analysis of options, how to learn options and how to go into all this data.
Only
and all
the
that.
OI analysis.
But yeah, the OI
only
part of it, yeah, I'll be covering.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
But that will be purely intraday. That's not positional.
मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है मैम. हेलो.
बोलिए.
मैं ये पूछ रहा हूँ कि ये WD गैन और फाइनेंशियल एस्ट्रोलॉजी इन दोनों का ये मिक्सचर ब्लेंड बता रहे हैं आप, राइट?
हाँ जी, क्योंकि WD गैन भी एस्ट्रोलॉजी का यूज करते थे. वो इंडिया आए थे और कैलकाटा से एक एस्ट्रोलॉजर को अपने साथ लेकर के यूएस वापस गए थे. उन्होंने कैलकाटा आके एस्ट्रोलॉजी सीखा भी था. हमारा जो वैदिक एस्ट्रोलॉजी है, उन्होंने वो सीखा भी था.
ओके. सो मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है आपसे कि आपको जितना भी टाइम हुआ है ट्रेड करते हुए, आप अपने एक्सपीरियंस से मुझे ये बता सकते हैं कि मतलब किस तरीके से ज्यादा बेनिफिशियल रहता है ये आपका डाटा, ये दोनों का जो मिक्सचर है, पोजिशनल और इंट्राडे?
देखो हमारा पैसा इसमें लगेगा तो आपको ऑब्वियसली आपकी लॉजिकल रीजनिंग लगानी पड़ेगी। मैं ब्लाइंडली एस्ट्रोलॉजी के बेसिस पे या फिर ब्लाइंडली प्राइस एक्शन के बेसिस पे नहीं जाती हूँ। मैं मेरा पर्सनल बता रही हूँ, हर किसी का अपना तरीका होगा। मेरा
आपका पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस जानना
मेरा
चाह रहा हूँ मैं,
पर्सनल
पोजिशनली
एक्सपीरियंस
मेरे
ये
लिए
है,
अच्छा है या इंट्राडे में?
मेरा पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस ये है, मैं सब चीजों को मिला करके अपना पैसा लगाती हूँ।
बहुत सारी चीजें डिस्क्रिशनरी हो रही है मैम यहाँ पे, क्योंकि ट्रांजैक्शन भी आ रहा है, सपोर्ट रेजिस्टेंस भी है,
नहीं,
तो
नंबर्स
उसके
भी
बिना
है।
तो आप ट्रेड कैसे लोगे ना।
इसमें एक चीज है सर जी, ज्ञान जो थ्योरी है ना, जो है वो सिंपल ज्ञान के बेसिस पे ट्रेड नहीं किए थे, ठीक है ना। तो उनको प्राइस एक्शन भी पता था, उनको था, बट वो मेजर क्या था ना, उनका ज्ञान थ्योरी है। तो हम अगर ज्ञान थ्योरी जो होता है वो 9 स्क्वायर भी है, ज्ञान एंगल भी है, ज्ञान इंडिकेटर भी है, बहुत सारे चीज है। बट हमें कौन सा चीज कंफर्टेबल है वो हमें खुद को डिसाइड करना
देखिए
पड़ता है,
अगर
ये
आप
तो पहला
टेक्निकल पे
चीज है।
ट्रेड करते हो ना, कोई कोई मूविंग एवरेजेस लगा के ट्रेड करते हैं,
हाँ,
कोई प्लेन चार्ट, अगर आप मेरा चार्ट देखोगे मैं कोई मूविंग एवरेजेस नहीं लगाती हूँ। कोई आरएसआई के साथ ट्रेड करता है, कोई
राइट राइट।
पिवट के साथ ट्रेड करता है। अभी हर किसी के कौन सा, आपको जो पिवट काम करे वो शायद मुझे काम नहीं करे, आपका कोई मूविंग एवरेज काम करे वो मुझे काम नहीं करे, कोई वीवैप लगा के ट्रेड करते हैं, उनके लिए वो कंफर्टेबल है, वो मुझे कंफर्टेबल नहीं हो। तो हर किसी का एक एज होता है। बट मोटा मोटी अगर आपके आउटर जो ब्रैकेट्स होते हैं अगर वो सही है, अंदर की ब्रैकेट भले आप कुछ भी लगाओ, तो मेरे लिए मेरा आउटर ब्रैकेट है, मुझे एक टाइम पता होना चाहिए कि कब मार्केट रिवर्स हो, और मुझे पता होना अगर मैं पोजिशनल लूंगी, जैसे कि मैंने आपको यहाँ पे बताया, यहाँ पे जब पूरी दुनिया बता रही थी कि मार्केट अभी है ना 18,900 आएगा, 18,800 आएगा, मैं सेल नहीं करी, मैंने वहां बाई करी। मैंने बहुत सारे स्टॉक्स में भी वहां पे कैश में भी एंट्री लिया, मैंने ऑप्शंस में भी अपना पोजीशंस बनाया। तो ये मैं इसीलिए कर पाई क्योंकि मैंने, मेरा कंफर्ट जोन कहाँ था, मुझे पता था मेरा स्टॉप लॉस बहुत छोटा होने वाला है, मेरा स्टॉप लॉस भी डिफाइंड है, मैं गलत हो सकती हूँ, अगर मेरा स्टॉप लॉस हिट हो गया तो मैं निकल भी सकती हूँ वो पोजीशन से, बट मेरा स्टॉप लॉस बहुत छोटा था। यहाँ पे जब मार्केट इसका जो यहाँ के जो जब लो बनी थी मार्केट में 19,200 का, मैंने ये ठान लिया था कि 19,200 में मार्केट अगर क्लोज करता है, 19,200 पे आके मार्केट अगर क्लोज करता है कोई भी दिन, मतलब ये हर लो को उसने ब्रीच करके क्लोज करना पड़ेगा, अगर क्लोज करता है तो मैं अपनी पोजीशन से निकल जाऊंगी। मैं यहाँ पे अगर मैंने बनाया होता पोजीशन, अगर मैंने ये डेट के आसपास बनाया 30-31 के आसपास अगर मैंने बनाया, बेस्ड ऑन माय ऑप्शंस डेटा बता रहा है यहाँ पे, अगर मैंने बनाया तो भी मेरे को एक डर तो लगेगा ही ना, क्योंकि मेरे पैसे लगे हुए हैं। श्योर शॉट अगर कोई भी कुछ भी बता पाएगा तो वो फिर वो आदमी तो मतलब पैसा ही बना रहा होगा। स्टॉप
राइट
लॉस
राइट
सबके
राइट।
हिट होंगे, मैं ये नहीं कह रही हूँ कि स्टॉप लॉस हिट नहीं होंगे, सबके हिट होंगे, पर
देखिए,
कितना हिट होगा वो इंपॉर्टेंट है। मैं यहाँ पे आकर के 500 पॉइंट की स्टॉप लॉस में कोई पोजीशन नहीं बनाऊंगी। मेरा पोजीशन, मेरा ये जो 1000 पॉइंट का मूव था उसमें मेरा स्टॉप लॉस 50 पॉइंट था। फर्क ये होती है, गैन यूज करके अगर आप ट्रेड करते हो आपका स्टॉप लॉस एकदम छोटा रहता है। जैसे मैं अगर आपको एक स्टॉक दिखाऊं गैन के हिसाब से जिसमें मैंने ट्रेड लिया।
मैडम आपके ट्विटर पे लिखा हुआ है, आपने, मैंने आपका ट्विटर देखा जो सर ने डाला, तो उसमें आपने बिफोर जब 30 अगस्त या उसके अराउंड लिखा था, पूरा आपने एनालिसिस किया हुआ है कि ये डेट से ऑप्शन चेन ऐसा दिखा रहा है, तो आपने मूव को कैप्चर पहले से कर लिया इन शॉर्ट।
सो ये मैंने पॉलीकैप का एक चार्ट आपको दिखा रही हूँ। पॉलीकैप का ये तो टेक्निकली मैंने ड्रॉ किया हुआ है, ये सपोर्ट, ये 13 तारीख को मेरा पॉलीकैप का डेट था बेस्ड ऑन गैन। अभी उसने अगर यहाँ पे ये लेवल को ब्रीच नहीं किया और यहाँ से बाउंस बैक किया, अगर मैं 15 मिनट्स के टाइम फ्रेम में चली जाऊं, यहाँ पे टेक्निकल तो यूज करूंगी ही ना, वोंट आई यूज टेक्निकल्स आउट हियर। मैंने अपना पोजीशन बना लिया था एंड मैंने परसों नरसों उसको फ्राइडे को मैंने काट भी दिए थे, ऑप्शंस में बनाई थी और मैं इसमें काट भी लिए थे। अभी वो कहीं पे भी जाए, मे बी वो इससे भी ऊपर चला जाए या नीचे गिरे, पर मेरा कहना ये है मेरा स्टॉप लॉस इतना ही था। मेरा इंपॉर्टेंट, अगर मैं ऑप्शन में ट्रेड करूं, व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर मी इज माय स्टॉप लॉस इज नॉट like say I don't even want to give 100 points stop loss. I want to give very small stop loss unless I get that confirmation.
But how did you get that stop loss? That is the date from the Gann date.
See, I got the Gann date. I also got the support. This is obviously a retest, right? From a technical perspective.
What was the Gann date for this? What was the Gann date for this?
Pardon?
What was the Gann date for this?
The Gann date was 13th or 12th. I'm not sure. I have to recheck. But this is the date. This is where I took the trade. 13th is where I took the trade.
ज्ञान के थ्रू ना हमें दो चीज मिल जाता है, एक होता है ज्ञान डेट और एक होता है लेवल। इसके नीचे बाय, इसके नीचे सेल, ठीक है। इसका मतलब ये नहीं होता है कि हम वहां पे इसके नीचे चला गया, हम जो भी हम बाय सेल करते हैं प्योरली प्रोबेबिलिटी के बेसिस पे करते हैं। तो इसीलिए हमें दूसरा चीज को देखना पड़ता है, जैसे हमारे पास वाई होते हैं, टेक्निकल इंडिकेटर्स होते हैं, टेक्निकल लेवल होते हैं, जैसे सपोर्ट रजिस्टर। अगर वो कंफर्टेबल एरिया मैच होता है, जैसे वहां पे निफ्टी ने क्या था 20,100 समथिंग, अगर उसके नीचे आता है तो लेट्स से कि 20,001 में कॉल साइड में ह्यूज जो वाई डेवलप हो गया है और आपको लग रहा है कि वहां पे एक बियरिश कैंडल बन रहा है और ज्ञान भी आपको साथ दे रहा है कि इसके नीचे सेल हो रहा है, तो दैट मीन्स कि ये आपका वो ज्ञान डेट है, उसी के बेसिस पे वो ट्रेड होता है। तो ये नहीं है कि ज्ञान लेवल मिल गया तो हम बाय सेल कर देंगे। तो मैडम कहने का मतलब है कि हमें एक डेट मिल जाता है और एक लेवल मिल जाता है।
आपको एक देखिए मार्केट itself is probabilities.
Actually, my question is the stop loss you have said it is very low. So that is very clear. So when we trade with such a low stop loss.
So if you're a technical trader also, this is going to be your stop loss, right? This is a retest level.
Now, those two lines, how did you draw? That 4871 and 4846. Is there a Gann date high low of the Gann date or
it's the low of the Gann date? It is the low of the Gann date. It is also a technical level, no? Isn't it a technical level? This was a retest zone, right? The market went up.
If 12th was the Gann date, then the high low of 12th was not matching with those lines you have drawn. That's my point.
See, my point to you is, this was my technical level. On the Gann date, if it is made this low and it is not breaching this low, then why will I go for a sell? My probability is on the buy side, so I'll go with a buy. The date gives me a level of high and it gives me a level of low. If the low level is not breached and my technicals are telling me that it is a buy area, I will buy, right? It gives me a zone where I should make a buy. So I'll buy, right?
But when I follow your Gann date, then that support resistance also you should give. No, that two lines you have drawn. How do I draw it?
You will have, sir, if you're trading, you have to trade based on your technicals also, right? I will give you, me giving you a Gann level, I will give you the high and the low. Now, below the low, if it doesn't go, or above the high, if it goes.
Hello, sorry to interrupt you. I think it's a gap between these two green candle. Close and open. Pardon? These two line is, I think so. It's a gap opening. These two green line. I think so. Which date? Just put the cursor over here. No. Here. Right side. Right. Not ma'am. Not. Don't go here. When you make this line now, there is a gap. I think so.
Yeah, gap will be there. No, support is never one particular level. No, support is a zone, isn't it?
Yeah, but this is. I think so. This is a gap between these two candle. I don't make out the date. Put your cursor right. Move right, ma'am.
Right. No.
Yeah. Just left. I think so. Just this U making U. Slide on right side. This two candle. This is a gap. I think so. It's a support for future purpose.
So that is what I'm trying to tell you, right? This particular zone, this is the support zone, right, for the stock. Isn't this a support zone for the stock?
Yes.
So that is why this level I have drawn in kept. I have drawn this level. I know that the 13th I have to take a trade because it is a Gann date. If it breaches this level, I'll go for sell. If it goes above this level on my Gann date, I will take a buy. It's as simple as that.
Yes. That's true.
See, there is no holy grail in trading. If there was a holy grail, that would be the best thing to do. But I don't think even technicals, even your option data, You have to put everything together if you have to put your money in the market.
Yes, that's right.
It is all a game of probabilities. Whichever is your winning probability is what you pick up. Now, what suits you? If a level suits you, you will trade based on that. I put two things together based on my experience. It is Gann and it is data, and my price action, of course, which shows me on the chart. These are the things I use for my trading. Okay. So any questions still here? Then I'll move on then if there is no questions.
What is the winning probability after doing all this, madam?
So I should not be saying that, right? But according to me, I get a good risk reward trade in all my trades that I take.
Still ratio 70-30, 80-20, 50-50.
I get 70-30.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right. So any questions on the Gann levels? Otherwise, I'll move ahead.
Move ahead, ma'am. Move.
Okay. So now I'll come into the option chain analysis. So this is again an intraday. This is purely intraday. This has got nothing to do with positional. It has got nothing to do with astrology also. It is complete technicals. This is an automated sheet that I've developed for,
one question, please. Can I ask?
Pardon?
I can ask one question about this Gann.
Yeah, please do.
I don't have any knowledge about the market. I am new in a market. If I want to trade with this Gann only, if it's possible.
So do you know price action?
No, that I don't know anything.
So then I would not suggest even trading in the market. You better be an investor.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a sheet that is based on the option chain data. So here, whatever comes up on the top is completely your, current market price. Where is Nifty? Where is Bank Nifty? What is the PCR? Based on the entire built up, this gives you the entire data for the index. Now, this is the Bank Nifty analysis, that is, this is the Nifty analysis sheet. So this particular column, this gives you the outer bracket of where the calls and the puts are. So this is after the, this is right now the markets are closed, obviously, so it is not going to be a live update. The live update comes like this. This is the update for the 15th. So the live update starts around 9:30, the moment the first change happens in the OI data. So whatever is the data that is, showing up on this option chain, the normal option chain on the NSE website. So whatever is the option chain that is showing up on the NSE website, that same thing is something that will, here, but in a little more, what do you call it? Whether the volume is increasing, whether the call writers are increasing, whether the put writers are increasing. So this is something that comes to you tick by tick. Every 5 minutes, you get this data that is updated, and it comes to you automatically, which gives you a complete analysis of where the call writers are and where the put writers are. If the put writers are more than the call writers and the volume is increasing, it tells you about a bullish momentum that is there in the market. It also tells you strike wise, where is there going to be a higher, where is there going to be a resistance or a support that is coming up. So based on these, levels, if you want to know till where should I hold, this technical analysis helps you there. So it clearly tells you where is the resistance that is there in the market. So you can actually book out your profits around those levels. Apart from that, it also tells you here, it also tells you individual strike wise, where is the support and the resistance that is there based on the PCR. So for people who do not want to, look at this entire tick by tick thing, you can also scroll to the right. It also gives you a pictorial view of what is the data. Now, this difference is the difference between the call and the put change. That is what you need to look at when you are looking at option change data. So the change is what is important to you. So if the curve is going up, this also acts like your technical analysis where you look at a chart. This also works like that. So if the options curve is onto the above the zero line, that means if it's positive, if it's going above the zero line. So from here till here, till around 11 o'clock, you would have not seen that kind of a momentum happening. It's only after 11 o'clock you're seeing a momentum happening. Similarly, after 12:45 or whatever, you can see a dip in the momentum, and the momentum again picked up around 2 o'clock. So this basically tells you where the volumes are increasing and what time is it increasing based on this pictorial representation. You also get information where the build-up is there. So for those who like the pictorial information, you can go ahead with the pictorial information. Those who are good with your number interpretation, you can go ahead with your number interpretation where it gives you individual data. It also tells you where the build-up is happening. So you won't take a wrong trade. If the volumes are increasing and the prices are going up, you will not take a wrong decision of shorting the market. Even if the market goes up, 20,150 is a support. It's a strong support. It's not just a support. 20,200, 20,250 is a strong resistance. Similarly, if you go to Bank Nifty data, the Bank Nifty also tells you that people are, coming out of their positions out here. The call writers are unwinding their positions. So you know very clearly that, only 46,300 is a strong resistance. The other information, like what I told you, the tick by tick information that keeps coming to you in this way, the entire tick by tick information keeps coming to you. And you also have this pictorial representation that is there in terms of the graph. So this is completely an OI interpretation. It is an interpretation of the data that is there in the options chain. It is technicals. It's got nothing to do with astrology or nothing to do with Gann. It's a complete technical analysis part. So this is an sort of representation or a breakup, you can say, or a bifurcation of how to analyze the option chain data.
Hello? Yeah. Oh, because of this expiry, everyday expiry, Kilo, India, Kilo, the OI numbers are very, 10, 9 lakhs lot in Nifty, sometimes 8 lakhs lot in Bank Nifty. So how to track that moment? Then a short covering will come, or a short covering will come on the call side, on the put side. With analyzing this data, how can we do that?
I will tell you that. Basically, here you can see that the data is clearly telling you. See, if you see here, the volume. So what is important when you analyze intraday options data is not the total OI. That doesn't have any. That does not play any importance. What is important to analyze is what is the change in OI. What does change in OI basically mean?
I'm saying change in OI in the particular strike, like last expiry, if you take in Nifty.
So it doesn't matter, right? If you're trading intraday, what matters if you're trading intraday is at that particular point in time where the change is happening. That is the moves that you're trying to capture, right? If you're a positional trader, you have to analyze end of the day data, which is not just OI data. You'll have to analyze FII, DII, where they have parked their funds and all that. That is if you're a positional trader. Of course, you will be a hedged trader if you're a positional trader. But if you're doing intraday trades, if you're trading the index on intraday, what is important is where is the OI increasing or decreasing, which strike the OI is increasing or decreasing. So when you get this kind of an analysis, which tells you that the OI is continuously increasing, the volumes are continuously increasing, and this kind of an analysis which tells you strike by strike, where is the OI increasing? Obviously, that gives you a complete analysis. It tells you all these strikes, the call OI, the call writers are coming out. Here also it tells you these are the strikes that the call writers are coming out. So when it gives you this kind of an analysis, you know until where should you hold, where is a resistance forming. You also know from a support or resistance becomes strong support, or from a resistance becomes strong resistance. So the data is live. It keeps updating live. So you get that information live.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And why is the data starting from 9:32 and not 9:18?
9:18, how many people would have made changes to their positions? It will take you also 2 minutes to change your position, right? If you're making a change in your existing position, how much time does it take?
Ma'am, how should we get these charts? That these is Excels?
For my analysis?
Yeah.
So this is a paid subscription. So if you want access to it, you will have to subscribe to it.
Okay. How much the cost?
1,000 rupees per month.
Okay.
How much? 1,000?
Yes, for the month.
Which includes everything, Gann theory and this.
No, this is only the astrological. I mean, this is only the OI chart. The Gann index, which includes both Nifty and Bank Nifty, that is charged at 1,500 per month.
And anything for the first to learn these things? Do we have any trial period?
Yeah, we can discuss a trial period. Obviously, you have to try it out and see whether it works for you, right?
True.
And most probably, I will start a discussion with her on the trial period and the rates. Still, it is just an introduction. So let us see. I will have a discussion whether how much trial period should be given, what is the final rate, and all those things. That discussion is not yet started. But that the rate what she indicated, that is base rate. So we'll have a discussion and then we'll come to a final decision. Rate and trial period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, trial is something, I mean, I would suggest all of you try it out and see whether it works for you, because me saying that it works is not going to give you money. You will have to imply, put it in your practice, and then only it will tell you whether it's going to give you money or not.
Right.
So trial is something I would suggest you should do it before you even decide to go about it.
And commodity, madam?
Commodity is 2,500 per week for each commodity.
Okay.
2,500 per week.
Yes.
Why it is so expensive?
Because there's a lot of calculation in it for each commodity.
So if somebody want to take natural gas, then he'll do 2,500 per week, huh?
Yes, 2,500 per week. You will earn that in one. You will earn more than that in a day if you are able to catch a trade. The move from in natural gas that happened, which gave you almost 10 odd points, you will earn much more than that. You will cover your entire week cost in just a day. But it requires a lot of calculation. So if anybody wants it, then we will sit and do the calculations. Otherwise, I will only do it for my personal use. If I'm going to trade on commodity on NG today, then I will calculate NG today, because it involves a lot of time. So basically, all this involves a lot of time because it is an astrological calculation. I stick to it because it works for me. I do it because it works for me and it gives me results. And there are other people who are doing it, who are sticking to us because it works for them also. There are people who take our commodity sheets on subscription because it works really well for them, especially crude and natural gas. They are repeat people who keep taking it week on week. So if they're taking it week on week, I assume they're making much more than what they're paying me.
Madam, do it manually, or you have macros built into the Excel sheet?
No, I do it manually. Which one are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Nifty and the Bank Nifty part.
My Gann analysis, right?
Hmm.
No, it is not. If it could have been automated, it would have been good, but you cannot automate it because there's a lot of calculations, there's a lot of astrological factors involved, so you can't actually automate it.
Okay, do you do it all yourself, or you got staff to help you out in doing the
I
analysis?
have a team, yeah. I have a team who helps me with it.
Okay, how big is the team?
We are 3 of us.
Okay. And where are you based? In Delhi or Bangalore?
No, I'm from Pune.
Pune.
Yes.
एक हमारे आरएस सारथी ने भी एक सिमिलर प्रेजेंटेशन दिया था. Do you remember anybody? Ramki must be remembering. He was also giving
Mr. Pasardi was giving.
Pasarthi. So he was also giving the number based on astrology.
Oh yeah, that is Vedic finance something.
Yeah. Similarly, I had one the presentation in the Surat that options meet. There also one person gave a number. He explained the concept. He gave the website name also. Based on the various planet and all those things, the number he was arriving, and he has a big fan following in the Twitter also. Forgetting his name. So that was the meet in the Surat. So there are some a few experts who are trading in astrology, trading based on astrology.
मतलब ये अभी आपका सीट जो है वो नया बनाया हुआ है कि कब से फॉलो कर रहे हैं लोग पब्लिक लोकल?
क्या फिर से बोलिए, क्या बोला आपने?
ये जो आपके जो शीट्स है, ये जो मैडम का जो शीट्स है, वो लोकल फोरम में कब से पब्लिश है और कितने टाइम से ये लोग यूज कर रहे हैं, जस्ट फॉर नॉलेज पर्पस?
तो मेरे ट्विटर हैंडल है, मेरा टेलीग्राम है, मेरा यूट्यूब चैनल है जहाँ पे मैं अपडेट्स देती रहती हूँ। इवन रिवर्सल डेट्स ऑफ स्टॉक्स भी मैं उसमें अपडेट करती हूँ काफी सारा। जैसे जैसे मैं कैलकुलेट करती हूँ वैसे वैसे वो कुछ कुछ अपडेट्स भी देती हूँ वहां पे। ट्विटर में भी डालती हूँ, टेलीग्राम में भी डालती हूँ। तो पब्लिक फोरम में काफी टाइम से हैं हम, ऑलमोस्ट 2 years।
Madam, I receive a lot of feeds from Money Pro and Money Control and other research analysts. Do they have tools or they also do it manually? I get the feed from Money Control Pro and also few research analysts in the marketplace. So I want to know whether the entire system of computations is manual in nature or anybody has got any automated tool to crunch the time.
Maybe, but then it depends on what you're trying to automate, right? So if I am automating a set process which is going to run the same way every day, every single day, then I can automate it because you don't need any manual intervention there. But not everything can be automated because not everything runs the same way every single day. That's the reason why your algos also, beyond the point, you will not be able to get benefit from algos because it is the nature of the market is not the same every single day. So the certain things can be automated, like this sheet is an automated sheet. The Nifty Bank Nifty technical analysis is an automated sheet. It is going to pull data and tell you where there is maximum built up. Nothing else it needs to do. The analysis part is my logic, which I can again automate because it's my logic. I can automate it. So
when it comes to Gann cycles, right, and the date and exit dates, and are they automated or they are also done manually?
They are done manually, cannot be automated.
So because I come across one by name Ruchir Gupta, who approached us, saying that it's not automated tool, and it is a subscription model. So if one has to analyze 2,800 scripts every day, it will be mundane and very.
I won't analyze that many stocks, right? I will only analyze the stocks that are.
I know. But that guy is giving the feed for 2,800 scripts every day.
No, see, to be very honest, okay, let's not get into that. But automating astrological factors will not work according to me. That's my personal view.
No, he's not doing the astronomical part. He's doing only Gann part.
Gann is astrology, sir. That's the problem.
Okay.
Gann is a combination of Vedic and Western astrology.
Okay.
And a lot of cycles and the calculation and numbers and everything. So unless I get to know all those factors and unless I put all that together, I cannot calculate a date and a time and say, or a price and say, this is what is going to happen at this particular time and date. So according to me, my personal view, you cannot automate it.
Okay, apart from the Nifty and Bank Nifty, how many scripts do we cover in our forecast?
Pardon me?
Apart from Nifty and Bank Nifty, when it comes to individual companies forecasts, how many companies do we cover? Do we cover all the Nifty 50 companies?
Yes, I cover all the Nifty 50.
Okay.
मैडम इसका कुछ ट्रेनिंग्स या कुछ आप देते हो क्या, क्योंकि ये फर्दर बहुत लॉन्ग सब्जेक्ट्स है तो नॉट अंडरस्टैंड मैटर.
Trainings be available, but then it depends upon your interest. You have to know technical analysis. Without technical analysis is the base. So if you want to trade in the market, you must know technical analysis. This is an advanced study. So if you're interested in an advanced study which involves astrology, it depends upon your interest. If you're interested, you can join the courses that we offer. But that is only as and when it is announced. We do not do it every now and then because it's a long time. It takes almost 3 months for me to cover your topic.
Okay.
Will you just explain it, ma'am?
Pardon?
Will you just explain this worksheet, how you go to work on it?
So I just did that, right? Which one do you want me to explain?
This whatever the this Nifty Bank Nifty analysis you are going to show, this data fetching. So what the things you predict from yourself by seeing this sheet and how you are going
about
to
the option chain. आप option
right.
chain के analysis के बारे में बात कर रहे हो? आप ये
No,
ऑप्शन
no,
चेन
this
के एनालिसिस, हाँ
this Excel sheet you have shown right now, right? There
हम्म
is a lot of like call OI, put OI, difference, PCR, trend, chart. So what the things you are going to see? Can you just explain this sheet in 4 to 5 minutes and how
yeah.
you
So
are
what I
going to?
will see is, first I will see where after the market is open, first I will see what this particular middle portion. I'll see what is happening out here, whether where there is a strong support, where there is a strong resistance. This is something I will see. Then I will wait for the data to form. I will not take a trade. If I'm doing an intraday trade, I will not take a trade till about 10 o'clock. I will wait for the people, all the big players. I'll wait for them to make the adjustments or whatever they are supposed to do. I will wait for them to make their data. They will clean their data only till about 10 o'clock. If you are an options trader, you will know that. So 10 बजे तक वो सारा का सारा डेटा उनका बन जाएगा. मतलब उनको अगर कोई एडजस्टमेंट करना है, उनको कहीं से निकालना है, कहीं बढ़ाना है, जो भी उनको करना है वो 10 बजे तक कर देते हैं. तो जैसे ही आप देख सकते हो यहाँ पे 63,34,000 है, वापस 65 लाख हुआ, वापस कम हुआ. उसके बाद 10 बजे के बाद अगर आप देखोगे ये बढ़ना शुरू हुआ है. From 59 lakhs it went to 1 CR. You can see how it is increasing. So whatever they have to do, that is done in the first half an hour almost. So अगर आप कोई टेक्निकल एनालिसिस भी करते हो या फिर अगर आप कोई ट्रेनिंग्स भी लेते हो, आपको सब लोग बोलते हैं 10 बजे तक मार्केट को वॉच करो, मार्केट खुला के तुरंत जाके कोई पोजीशन मत बनाओ. सो दैट्स द रीजन व्हाई दे टेल यू दैट. तो ये पूरा का पूरा आपका उसके बाद जैसे जैसे वॉल्यूम्स बढ़ना शुरू होता है तो मुझे समझ में आ गया कि ये बाइंग मार्केट शुरू हो गया, बिकॉज यहाँ पे भी मुझे सारे डिटेल्स दिख जाएगा. मैं फिर साइड में जाती हूँ, ये एक बार देख लेती हूँ कि कहाँ पे कम ज्यादा हो रहा है. ये भी बदलता रहता है लाइव मार्केट में. उस हिसाब से मैं अपना डिसाइड करती हूँ आज बुलिश ट्रेड लेना है कि बेरिश ट्रेड लेना है या फिर मुझे साइडवेज रहेगा मार्केट. सो इट इज ऑल डिपेंडेंट ऑन दिस डेटा एंड अक्रॉस माय शीट. अगर मेरा गैन शीट में अगर वो बाय अबव सेल बिलो के बीच में ही अगर घूम रहा है और डेटा भी कंफर्म करता है साइडवेज है, तो फिर मैं प्लेन बाई या सेल नहीं करने जाती हूँ, मैं सेलिंग करती हूँ फिर.
We are taking how many strikes data, as in ATM 10 plus minus 10 or ATM plus minus 15?
Yeah, so there is no hard and fast rule. It depends upon where the volumes are picking up. So accordingly, these will also keep moving.
Okay, so I can see that 2150 is ATM and plus minus 2 you are taking in that box.
This will be fixed. This will not be fixed.
Okay.
This is something that will be fixed. This will be
purely yes, because we are doing intraday, we are betting on the COI area of the option chain mostly.
You have, yes, since you are doing intraday, you have to only look at the change in OI and not anything else. Normal mistake that people do is they look at the total OI. The total OI will not give you a direction of the market.
Then how to bet on the PCR part of this Nifty net positions table?
So this PCR basically is nothing but it is telling you where is the maximum, which side is heavier. It only tells you which side is heavier. So if you look at all this 20,200, you can see the put writers are more than the call writers. They are 1.32 times higher. So you will not, since if the market reaches 20,200, you will not go and sell it because you still have a lot of put writers out here. Here and all, you will not sell. You will not. Basically, this tells you that it is very strong because these people are coming out and here it is increasing. So it tells you basically that the volumes in the put side is increasing gradually and you are not going to make a sell trade here. Okay, which is going to be your resistance zone. You know that 20,300 is your resistance. If you see your put OI here is only 6,84,000 as against 1,49,000 here. So this tells you where is the resistance and support. So आप यहाँ पे वगैरह sell करने के mistakes नहीं करोगे. If you're buying a call or a put, ये based on this data, you will not buy a put on all these areas. रहता है ना, कभी-कभी लोगों को लगता है कि अरे बहुत ऊपर चला गया तो पुट खरीद लूं. वो गलतियां नहीं करोगे आप.
I just did. Okay.
मैम आप ये जो ट्रेनिंग दे रहे हो उसमें आप मेजर पार्ट्स कवर करते हो, जो भी अगर इंटरेस्टेड है, अगर हम लोगों को कुछ जानना सीखना है, मेजर ट्रेनिंग पार्ट्स में कवर है आपके सब्जेक्ट, यानी हमको रिवर्सल डेट है, ये वाइब्रेशन टाइम है, एस्ट्रो
आप
का?
कोर्स की बात कर रहे हो क्या?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
कोर्स में कवर करेंगे, बट वो बहुत वो जब अनाउंस करेंगे तब आपको सब्सक्राइब करना, अभी कोई कोर्स अवेलेबल नहीं है। जब अनाउंस करते हैं, अभी ऑलरेडी एक बैच हमारा चालू है, इट विल टेक अस 3 months to complete this batch. Only after this batch is complete, then we will think of announcing the next batch. So the details will be updated on our Telegram channel.
It's offline training or online training?
Online Zoom.
And how much you charge for that one course?
30,000.
Madam, in terms of subscription packages, if you subscribe for the Nifty and the Bank Nifty, will also include the 50 companies of Nifty?
So it will only include index, sir. 1500 will not include the companies of Nifty.
Okay, if we need companies of the 50, how much will cost?
So in that also you will get the same kind of analysis where it will cover the monthly level. It will cover the monthly levels. It will cover the intraday levels, and it will also tell you what can be an intraday move in certain stocks. That will be charged at 3,000, but it will not have reversal dates.
Okay.
मैडम, कोई नया पर्सन है कि जो मार्केट रिलेटेड जानता नहीं है, तो उसके लिए बाय सेल इजी वे में कोई फैसिलिटी अवेलेबल है?
तो मार्केट जानते नहीं हो तो आई वुड नॉट सजेस्ट कमिंग इनटू द मार्केट। बेसिक समझना जरूरी है।
नहीं, नॉलेज है पर टाइम नहीं मिलता है एनालिसिस करने का, वो है, तो उसके लिए कोई अवेलेबल्स है आपके पास कि जिसमें सिंपल वे में
तो हम आपको लेवल्स दे सकते हैं, बट आपको ट्रेडिंग आना चाहिए कि आप प्रॉफिटेबल बनो। लेवल्स तो मैं दे दूंगी, पर आपको ट्रेड लेना है, राइट?
ट्रेड तो आता है, ट्रेडिंग वो भी आता है, नॉलेज भी है छोटा मोटा, पर सिंपल वे में टाइम्स नहीं है एनालिसिस का, तो आप एनालिसिस करके रिफर करके सजेस्ट
करके आपको लेवल्स दे सकते हैं।
ओके ओके, मींस उसके साथ बाय सेल स्टॉप लॉस के साथ आप दोगे ऐसा?
मैडम, ये एफएनओ स्टॉक सब होगा उसमें? ये सीट ऑल एफएनओ स्टॉक आएगा कि खाली निफ्टी 50 आएगा?
ऑल एफएनओ स्टॉक्स आएंगे। आप जो स्टॉक्स के बारे में बात कर रहे हो, राइट?
या
हाँ, ऑल एफएनओ स्टॉक्स आएंगे।
और अदर देन कैश सेगमेंट का भी आएगा?
नहीं, कैश सेगमेंट का नहीं आएगा सर।
अच्छा, इसकी आप थोड़ी ट्रेनिंग देंगे कि नहीं, जो चार्ट को कैसे हमको रीड करना है?
किसका?
ये अभी जो आपकी जो शीट है उसका को ब्रीफ थोड़ा सा आप ट्यूटोरियल तो देंगे ना, इसको कैसे रीड?
तो अभी तक मैं वही तो कर रही थी ना, ये चार्ट ही आपको एक्सप्लेन कर रही थी।
नहीं, मैं समझ गया, लेकिन ये समझो सब्सक्राइब करने के बाद टाइम शॉर्ट है ना, अभी आपने जो भी जो बोले उधर भी बहुत शॉर्ट टाइम में।
हाँ, तो ये शीट कैसे ट्रेड करना है वो ऑलरेडी हमारे यूट्यूब में मैंने ऑलरेडी वो डाला हुआ है, इसको कैसे रीड करना है, तो यू कैन रेफर टू द यूट्यूब ऑल्सो।
ओके, थैंक यू मैडम।
या
चलिए, then we'll finish. If anybody is not having any other question, ठीक है, तो मैं ट्रायल का और इनसे बात करता हूँ, मैं डिस्कस करता हूँ, and then I'll update the members. So thanks a lot, आशा जी।
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
बढ़िया आपने ये बनाया है, सब किया है। और कोई क्वेश्चन है और should I end now?
नहीं सर, एंड कीजिए, बहुत अच्छा था सेशन, जानकारी मिली काफी।
एक रिक्वेस्ट है कोतरी सर, कि आप ये करके पूरा पैकेज है तो क्या करके आप बात करके ये कर लो बात।
पैकेज मतलब?
अभी वो सेपरेट बोल रही है ना, इसको इतना, उसको इतना, इसको इतना। तो if somebody wants to take the
कॉम्बो वाला जो कुछ ऐसा प्लान बनाना है, तो मैं करता हूँ, डिस्कस करता हूँ इनसे, ठीक है ना?
But please keep in mind that it involves a lot of manual calculations. So आप please keep that also in mind when you're talking about the charges, because it involves a lot of my time and efforts.
चलिए, okay then, thank you very much. Thanks a lot to all the members. Thanks. Okay then.
Thank you. Bye.